Hello everyone, my name is Christina and we are going to talk about a question that is very sensitive to a lot of people in many ways. Should animal breeding be illegal? I think we need to really stop and think about these questions. If something is illegal, it is being done carelessly with no precaution, safetyness, or anything for whatever, be it animal or human. On the other hand, if we have things that are under a law or regulations, at least we have some guidelines that if something happened, they can be either fined, punished for them in a way of being financial, licenses taken away, anything in that sort. For example, in Arizona in May 2021, an article of law 13-2910 says that there are no regulations for breeding, but there are laws. I'm sorry, not laws, but there's an act called the Animal Welfare Act that was passed by Congress in 1966, and that talks about how the owner of the animal must have medical care for the animal, water, food, shelter. Correct. Does not specify how many animals this person can have. For example, being a person who does animal breeding without any regulations or business license or being under any supervision. So we don't know if the animals are being nourished, abused, neglected, and that should stop. Because if an animal breeder does not have those regulations, but a homeowner or a person who owns a pet can be charged with neglect if they don't leave water for their dog outside in a hot summer day, but you cannot charge anybody or fine anybody for leaving so many animals malnourished and yet using them for breeding. That's not healthy for the animal or for the babies that they're having, let alone they're also coming to our homes. And the regulations would make it a bit more safer, right? And we can't really ask much or criticize it, because as humans we do the same. We also do breeding process. Yes, my friends, as ugly as that may sound, we also do breeding. If you go to a sperm donation bank as a female, you have the option of getting this book. Gives you a list of people and particular things: their IQ, their eye color, their height, their hair color, their body build, family history. So in a way, we are also doing breeding, right? But we do have certain laws and regulations that in some states, not all, but in some states do protect us doing artificial insemination and or surrogacy, which on animals it doesn't. And I think we should be the voice for the animals to be able to protect them. With all this information that we have and articles that I have attached, you can also see of all the things that are happening now and the things that we should change in order for them to have that safety. Things that we can regulate, again, pass a law or some type of, at least have a certification for you to be a breeder, correct? Just like any other business, it is a business, so you should be treated like one. You need to have your training, you need to have certifications, you need to have the correct paperwork and be able to give someone who is paying you money and welcoming this animal to their home a healthy animal for you and your family to raise and have for as long as the animal will be alive with you. Another thing is that it is very important that we look at the situation of where if a business says we don't buy or purchase animals from an unlicensed breeder, but they do, they should be fined. after so many fines, they should have their license revoked and should not be able to buy any more animals, but should be able to get them from either shelters or recovery centers for animals so these animals can find a home, because we do have a lot of animals in our shelters and they do need a home, and just making more from the breeders doesn't help the situation. When people don't want the animal later on, then what happens? They go into a shelter. So I think it's very important that we do this. We take in consideration law, regulation, and safety for the animals and ourselves. Thank you.